Hello my good people, kwa vipi leo? I hope mmeshinda fiti. Most of us tu ndo tunatoka church sahii, na nimeona it is better also to just come over here and I share with you guys on what today. I just want to show you what we call fundamental analysis. Today I want to be going through that. Today I won't be tackling anything about the technical analysis, but if I see it better, I can actually share at the end of the video some 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 market structure of which will be happening actually throughout the week. So today I just want to take you through what we call fundamental analysis, and fundamental analysis is all about news. Okay, fundamental analysis is all about news. So which kind of news are we expecting this coming week, and how can we trade using those particular news that will be happening this coming week? So how are we going to arrange ourselves or position ourselves in the news that will be coming throughout the week? So there is an app, but for me I will just go to my web page. It's called my FX book. It's called my FX book. FX book. So my FX book is right here. So I will go in there and show you guys how can you trade the news and how can you benefit by trading the news. Okay, how can you benefit while trading and using the news? Okay, this coming week, this coming week, we will be having some news happening. If you are a guy that will be trading actually tonight, sorry, when the market just opens, you can see that uh, the Australian economy actually will be releasing some news from this one will be happening. Actually, this is Sunday, right? Yeah. So Sunday today we had some news, but since the forex market it hasn't yet opened. But once you see an icon like this or a position like this, when that particular economy is being the news of that particular economy is being released, and it shows that the news will be low, it means that this news, even though will be released, it won't affect the that particular currency. If let's say you are trading URUSD or you are trading UR odd, then or you are trading URCHF, right? Maybe you're trading exotic pairs like URZAR, which are some of the pairs that are traded in the forex market. This particular news won't affect you. Okay? If you are in a pair like URUSD and you have just seen the pair maybe dropping, a certain news like this, when it's released, it won't affect your selling position because it's just a lower news that uh, doesn't actually trigger any what do you call them, doesn't trigger any emotion or emotions in that particular market, where the investors will not look at this particular news, will not concentrate their ideas on this particular news because it is low and it won't affect their decisions. So you see a lower icon like this on a particular pair, let's say like also odd. Odd means that the Australian economy will release news on S&P Global Composite PMI. So that is actually the news that will be released, but the news won't affect that particular currency. But once you see an icon with a red written high, okay, once you are in that particular trade and you can see that you have already made some profit, or your trade is going in the direction that you said, it is better either for you to close that particular trade and wait for the news to be released. Actually, some few minutes before the news is released, you'll be able to actually see that particular currency uh, maybe making a bigger wave, maybe making a bigger move because the investors in that particular country have been triggered by the news that will be released that particular time. So if tomorrow you'll be looking at odd USD and GBP odd, it's better for you once this time, if you are the guy who trades when the market is opening, it's better for you just wait some more and wait for the news to be released before entering that particular currency or trading your pair. So actually, this particular news will be affecting more of the odd pairs. If you are in GBP odd USD, odd NZD, those all odds pair will be affected by this particular news because this is a global news that will be released tomorrow concerning the S&P Global Manufacturing PMI tomorrow. So look, be on a look when be on a look actually when trading the pair of odd all the odd pairs, right? So when you see a medium icon like this on a particular on a particular country, which is the odd, okay, this is the Australian dollar or the Australian economy, okay, and these speeches are normally released either trigger the momentum of the market or investors may be coming into that particular country to see if they can invest in that particular country, and the medium news will also always also bring some impact in that particular economy. So the high news will always bring impact and the medium news will bring not much impact but minimal impact. Let's say you're trading on a 4-hour chart. On a 4-hour chart, this particular news will not affect you. This particular news also will not affect you that much, okay, but when you are trading on lower time frames like the 30 minutes chart and the 15 minutes chart, you are a scalper, this kind of a news will always affect you. This kind of news will always affect you. Even this kind of news will always affect you. But when you are trading on bigger time frames, you've already seen the move. Actually, I don't think this particular uh, news release will affect you in any way. As long as you followed market structure and as long as you are sticking with your strategy, then I don't think that this kind of news will affect you in any way. So how do you read some of the news like these ones that are released? Actually, this one deals with the economic factor. Okay, let me just go through one of it, and it says a higher than sorry a higher than expected figure should be seen as positive or bullish for the odd, while a lower than expected figure should be seen as a negative or bearish for that particular currency. It means that if you are maybe anticipating for odd USD to be actually, let's say the odd USD is selling, right? And you see a positive news, okay, released, such like a prayer like this, a positive news is released while you are selling odd USD, then it will actually change the direction of that particular currency that you're trading because now odd USD will actually be buying since the odd pair has gained momentum. If you are scalping, so the odd pair will be gaining momentum, will be actually with the positive news, meaning that if the positive news is released, the odd pair will be bullish, meaning that if you are trading odd USD on a sale, it's time for you maybe to take your profit and close and actually maximize on that news that is released. Being odd USD now will be buying instead of selling, right? Or if the negative news is released and you sorry, if the news is released and you saw that red icon right there that I showed you, okay, it is indicating high, and once that particular news is released and is negative, so if you are selling odd USD, actually odd USD will be selling even more, because now the news is showing that the odd is weak, but the USD is will be strong at that particular point, because the news that has just been released is negative rather than being positive. Okay, rather than being positive. So, like here, you can see that the first news that was released on this particular date was like 53.8. The next one was released was 53.9, meaning that it gained by actually 0.1%, which is a good indication, which was positive. Now, if you are either buying that particular pair, it will be sorry, if you are selling that particular pair, it will be good for you to continue to actually close and start looking for some position of either buy if you're scalping. But if you're day trading, just continue holding your trade and continue following your strategy. So this particular date, the news was released, but was negative. Why? Though we had 53.9, right here we had 53.5, meaning that we had a negative of 0.04, okay, 0.04, which now triggered a negative position, meaning when you are selling this particular currency, it was good because you continue gaining some more pips by the negative news that was just released that particular day. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. So just a minute. Let me go to the calendar and show you something. So actually this week, if you are on odd pairs, be on a lookout, because you may be seeing some momentum change right there. You may be seeing some change right there. Also, the Japanese yen this coming week, we are seeing some medium and lows, which will be the news will not be the news will not impact so much on the Japanese yen. But once you see this one is called the Chinese yen. Okay, this is the Chinese yen, but the China and Japan are actually Asian countries. So this pair actually will mostly affect the Japanese pairs. Okay, the yen pairs, the Chinese yen and the Japanese yen will be, the Chinese yen will always have an impact on the Japanese yen, since these are Asian countries. So be on a lookout this coming week on odd pairs, and also be on a lookout on the JBP pairs, maybe the GBP JPYs and the USD JPYs and the EUR JPYs. Be on a look on those particular pairs, because it will be having so much impact, those particular pairs coming this week. I don't see any impact on the European pair. Maybe if you're trading the Euro JPY, but if you're trading EUR USD, let us see the European. Yeah, we will be having some news on. Actually, this is still on Monday. We'll be having also some news. So be on a lookout actually this coming week on the JBP pairs, the EUR pairs, the GBP pairs. You can see the the British economy also will be having some news released this coming week. Also, you can see that is actually on Monday. Yes, on maybe like all pairs that I trade. For me, I trade GBP JPY. I also trade the GBP odd. I also trade odd JPY. Also trade UR odd. So those kind of pairs for me, I'll be also on a lookout. And though I trade I'm a day trader, I'll be on a lookout on some of those particular events that will be happening that particular week. So on Wednesday, we'll be having also uh, massive release of news on Aussie pairs and also on the New Zealand pair. I think next week we'll be having so much impact on this forex market. So the news will actually impact so much on this forex market. There will be some changes in the market that you guys should be on a lookout. So on Monday, be watchful concerning this particular news. Actually said when you see an icon written low and you see its currency representing as your odd, that currency won't be much affected. But when you see a high impact like this, it means that that economic will be affected, or that particular currency that you're trading will be highly affected with the news that will be released. If you see a medium like this, it will either affect it, but not that much. So those are the kind of things that I wanted to share with you guys. So once you see news happening like those, guys, be on the lookout. Be on a lookout. Be washifuru. Actually, watch yourself. Wash yourself. So I just want to share something with you. I want to share something with you today. I want to share something with you today. Not looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin actually is playing within this particular peanut kind of kind of a market structure or pattern. You can see a peanut pattern here. It's a pattern that is happening on Bitcoin. So if you are either invested in Bitcoin, you just will see where this kind of market will go. If it goes to the top, then it will be our time for us to reap some profit. If it goes down, it is now time for us to see where it lands. If either it goes to the if it breaks this particular peanut butter chart pattern to either go to the upside. If it goes to upside, you'll be having some profit gain. If it goes below, if you invested, let's say, at the 21,000, you'll be maybe making some losses, but it is good to buy bit by bit. You can buy, if you bought here, you bought some around this particular area, you bought some. It doesn't mean that you are in losses, or the market doesn't affect you much, because the profit that you made somewhere are covering those particular losses. That is good also with investing. So today I want to deal with just want us to go to this particular market and do some market analysis, and also do some markup before the market opens. Just to do some chart markups with you guys for the coming week, what we anticipate on USDCHF. I like doing it each and every single day, each and every single week, so that I can position myself on what I'm going to anticipate in this particular market. So what I'm going to anticipate this particular market. My markup will start from the daily. Since I'm a day trader, I will go two time frames down, so that I can see the overall trend of the market first of all, before making my assumptions on what I'm anticipating this coming week. So I will go to my line chart, actually try and look and see where the market turned the past week. So you can see that the market turned somewhere around this area. Okay, this particular area right here, you can see the market that is our highest point that we reached that particular week. Okay, and this is our lowest point that we reached that particular week. So that is our highest point that we reached that particular week, and you can see it's a good place of support and resistance. So we are doing chart markup. Okay, it's a good place of support and resistance. Why? Because we had this place that was tested. You can see the same place was tested here. You can also see the place also was tested around this particular area, and this other one here, which is our lowest area, you can see it was tested here. Also, it was tested around this particular area, which means that the market turned at that particular area. Our support, actually, our resistance turned to support, and also our support turned to resistance. So it's a good place where the market came and turned. That is the one thing that I can see on that particular currency right there. That particular currency, that is what I can actually deduce from that particular uh, market structure. So first of all, I can see that price was playing between this particular area zone right here. Okay, that is one thing I'm seeing on my daily chart. And the second thing I'm seeing on my daily chart is that the market was trending up. The market was trending up. Market was actually trending up. The other thing that I've seen is that the market is trending up. Let it just be like that. Okay, because I can see that it touched here. It touched here, it went up, it came back down, it tried retesting that particular area, but it could not break out. So I'm having a trend line right there. That is my daily trend line. Okay, that is my daily trend line. Daily trend. That is my daily outer trend line. I need to put in another trend line, which is my daily inner trend line. But this one is so steep. This one is so steep. This one is very steep. I think I won't actually advocate for that. That is so steep. The next thing that you are seeing is that market reached here and it is like turning away from that particular area on our daily. We are having the highest point where the market reached, the lowest point where the market reached, and we are having the market moving in an uptrend. But one thing that I told you guys about divergent is that even though the market is trending on this particular support level, but on our indicator, we can see that the market is trending down, which means that we are having momentum. Uh, the bulls are actually getting exhausted, whereby now bears or the sellers are preparing themselves to take this market to the downside. Here, yes, we are still on the same level, right? If you can put that one, will actually confuse everything. But if you can put a trend line, another trend line here to show you the divergence, which will move from this particular area to this particular area. You can see that even though the market is trending at this particular level, here we are having this high, which is this particular high here, and this particular high that you're seeing, the higher one, even more than this one, it is lower on our indicator, meaning that we are having a divergence on that particular market, whereby you can see that the market we will be on a lookout on more of sells rather than buys, because if you place in buys, maybe we'll have so much of breakouts of which we don't want to have. So that is our daily. Let us go now to our 4-hour chart, see what is happening there, and see actually what is happening on a 4-hour chart. So the same thing you will do, right? Same thing you will do. Actually, you are getting information from the goat. The goat himself told me this. So the same thing he taught me, I'm teaching you now. How privileged are you actually get information from the uh, good student. The good here is Dr. Raphael Spiller. Dr. Raphael Spiller is my best friend, the guy who actually taught me some of these particular information that I'm sharing. So the 4-hour ones will change. Let us put in yellow so that we can differentiate. So these blue ones are the daily support levels, and these yellow ones are our 4-hour support level. The highest point that the market reached was this particular area on our 4-hour, and the lowest point that the market reached was this on our 4-hour. So we are differentiating. This is our daily support. This is our daily support, daily resistance, 4-hour support, and 4-hour resistance. 4-hour support and 4-hour resistance. The same way you can go to my system and find the same thing that I'm teaching you, whereby you will see the 4-hour support, the daily support, the 4-hour resistance, and the daily resistance. You see the minutes, all of those resistance are there, whereby now I'm sharing with you this particular information very nicely. So that's what you can see there. And actually, you don't have to have so much information. Okay, so much information actually will even confuse you, but we are trying to bring the market in our trap. We are trapping the market in actually bringing the market in our trap. So you don't have to actually go to the direction of the market, but you need the market to come in your possession so that you can pull the trigger. Let the market come to you, then pull the trigger. Don't go to the market, let the market come to you, then pull the trigger. So we are boxing the market to see if it does what you're saying. So here, let us change it also to yellow so that you can have uh, a uniform idea. So this is the outer trend line right here is actually our 4-hour trend line. Sorry, our daily trend line. This is our daily trend line, the outer trend line, and the inner trend line is our 4-hour trend line. So if the market actually bounce off over this particular area and decides to go up, okay, the market bounce off. If the market bounces off, the market bounces. Sorry guys, I'm just looking for that. Okay, I will find it right here. Find it right. Good. Thank you. Okay, okay, it's right here. If the market bounces off and goes to this particular direction, it reaches here, but on this daily support, it doesn't break and it comes like that, right? And breaks below, right? Wait for the market to bounce back, then take the trade. This particular outer trend line. Sorry, outer trend line. So if it breaks out of that particular 4-hour trend line, we wait for the market to bounce off and do what we call a pullback or a retest before taking the market to the downside. But if the market doesn't do that, then we'll wait and see how it operates at this particular area before making any decision. So we will wait and see if the market breaks that particular area. If the market bounces off and comes back and breaks this particular area with a bigger candle, we wait for it to do a retest and take the trade if we enter the late. But if we see a breakout with a bigger candle, we can enter the market. If it does its pullback, you'll be in some profit. The stop loss will be right above this particular 4-hour chart so that you can't be stopped out that early. If it stops you, you will be stopped out by a lesser margin than the profit that you take. So on this particular pair of USD CHF, you are looking for a sell. Okay, on USD CHF, I'm not actually a financial advisor, but I'm just giving out my idea. On USD CHF, actually, we will be looking for a sale. If the market breaks out at this particular area, because we're having some space that the market is yet to cover here, if you see a break here and it does the retest, okay, it is good for you also to take the sell. But since we are having some more space here, the market will maybe tend to fake you out before it goes back and finishes this particular area, and it does what we call a nicer breakout. Then you have a retest, then you take the market to the downside. So on USD CHF, that particular pair, we are looking for a sell. Let me pull in my MACD. Let me return my MACD so that I can show you something on my MACD. On my MACD. MACD. Gold MACD. Gold MACD. Moving average convergence divergent. How do we see on our MACD? Where does this one come from? On our MACD, you can see that we are having the same thing. The market is up here, right? This particular high is this one here. Actually, on a 4-hour chart, you can see a very nice divergence. You can see a very nice divergence. The same thing you have seen on a 1 hour. sorry, on our daily chart is that we have seen, on our daily chart we have also located what we can call a divergence, whereby the market, yes, is pushing up, but we can see that our indicators are showing that the buyers are fewer and fewer. The momentum is not yet to the upside. The momentum direction is yet to shift. So same thing is happening here. This high, which is this particular high here, and this high, as you are seeing here, is this high right here. So on our price, you can see the market is moving up, but on our indicator, the market is moving down. So we anticipate on USD CHF a sell, a very, very nice sell coming up. Once the market opens, we'll see something of a sort happening. Actually, I will share only two trades. I will share two trades. You need much of what I'm sharing right now. I actually will say that, like, if we get to 100 subscribers, if we get to 100 subscribers, then I will show you more and more of what you just seen. So on USD selling positions, USD selling positions. So USD selling positions, selling positions. So on odd CHF, what do we anticipate on odd CHF? What are we anticipating on odd CHF? The lowest point that you can see right now is which point? The lowest point when you come on this particular pair, this area right here. But that is not the real one. That's not the trend line that I was choosing. It's the real one. Change it to a different color. That color is that color really showing up. Our lowest point is right here. You can see the market respected it somewhere around here, so it is a good area. So that is our lowest point and our highest point. You don't want to go to all this data right here. We let's take our highest point at this particular area right here. This is our highest point. That is our highest point. Now right here we can see the same thing respected. You can see there respected. You can see here respected. You can see also here respected is a good point. It's a good level. So odd CHF on our daily, that is what you can see. Also on our daily, this is what we can see. On our daily also, this is what you can see. On our daily, should I take that or should I take the other 100? Daily also, this is what you can see. Daily also, that's what you can see. Let me put in another one from this particular level. Actually see that our turning point. That is not our turning point. Our turning point is right here. Turning point is right there. Is that a good level? Yeah, it is a good one. As it's reached somewhere around there, it turned. The market turned. The market turned at that particular point. So we are having what we call a channel. A channel. A channel actually is a good market structure. So you can see a channel also, and also you can see that the market has been trading within this particular channel. Now there is a break out of that particular channel. Wait and see how that break, how far that break goes, how far that particular break goes, how far that particular breakout goes, how far that particular breakout will go. So let's go to a 4-hour chart, try and look for something also for our chart. On our 4-hour chart, the lowest point that the market went was right here. Change that color to another color, which is a slowing color. Once you see a yellow line or a yellow light on the road while driving, you obviously know that that is actually a slowing line. I like putting yellow because it asks if I'm reaching that particular point, I'm actually slowing down a little bit to see how the market goes. So this is the level that the market reached for our chart. Let us take this particular information. Okay, take our information right here and put in our slowing line also. Okay, slowing line also. Slowing line right there. And another thing that you can see right here is that the market is trending up. The market is trending up. The market is trending up. I'll change these ones to red so that you can have a uniformity. Those ones are the daily ones. We are now having our 4-hour ones. This is our 4-hour. The market broke out of this particular structure, so we are waiting to see if it does a retest. It will either come. This is what we are waiting to see. The market has just broken out of our daily channel. Okay, it has broken out of our daily channel. So this is what you're waiting to see. Change that one to another different color. Yes, let me change that one to another different color. This is what you're anticipating to see if the market has what we call a retest, okay, which it comes to that particular point, which is a good area, then we'll anticipate for the market to go where? Up. We'll anticipate for the market to go up. And the good thing with the indicator is that the MACD have just already crossed. You can see the blue line above there is the pink. Is it there, the orange line? So it shows us the momentum is on the upside. So once we see a retest, change that to another color. And then just remain with one color so that you can see the difference right there. Yeah, that is what I mean. This is the market actually. These are candles. These are candlesticks. These are candlesticks. Okay. If the market, if this market comes back, it will do a retest because this is a good area whereby we're having a trend line crossing another trend line, which means this position right here to break will be a little bit difficult for the market to go down. So we'll be waiting for the market to come and do a retest. Since it has already gone, for us, we will wait for a retest, then we take the market to the direction that is going. So on odd CHF, you are anticipating for what? I can't hear you. For what? For buys. So we are anticipating for buys until we reach this particular level. So our first take profit will be here, and our second take profit will be this particular line. So our first will be on this turning point, and our second will be on this turning point. So first TP1 smashed, taking some profit, accumulate some profit, then we'll continue riding the wave until you reach that particular slowing line. If you see a candle breakout of that particular level, see a good candle breakout, and you are late, wait for a retest. Okay, then let's take the market to that particular red level, to our daily support level. Once you see a breakout, you wait for if you're not entered yet, or if you see a break of structure, I mean a bigger candle breaking out of this particular level, like the one that we have seen here. We had a break of structure because the market broke out with a bigger candle. That is what we call break of structure. Same thing happened around this particular area. The candle broke out with a bigger candle, so we had a break of structure. The market came reach this one and did a retest. Also, it went down. Same thing happened. If you see this, the same thing that happened here. Once the this is actually like a tunnel or kuna shimo mahali kwa hiyo market, whereby this particular shimo here is the same thing that will happen this particular trade right here. So if you are in this particular trade, do not panic, because the same thing that happened here, this move you can see it happened, the same move happened here, you can see another nicer move happened here. So if you see a move that is happening, you'll definitely wait for the market to hit this particular area. Then we'll have a breakout. Once you see a breakout, wait for a retest. Those are the conservative traders. Then check when the market is actually at the lowest point, at a good buying point, at a good buying point. If either you see a candle breaking out, then you enter the market right here, you'll have a pullback, you start panicking, and you will not be in a position either to hold that particular trade. You start panicking and get out. Once you get out, the market will go where you predicted. The market actually plays with psychology. Once it always plays with your emotions. Once you see like you're losing. If you are a conservative trader, the first thing you will wait for the market to do a pullback, then go in for the next for the second move. Wait for a pullback, go in for the second move. Here you are not a good position to buy, because maybe you may buy this market, you'll have a bigger pullback, you start panicking. Before you notice, the market has gone to the direction that you predicted. So you wait for a pullback before taking. Once you see the market break, wait for a pullback, then take it the second time. On CHF, we are actually looking for buys. We are actually looking for buys. Actually looking for buys. We're actually looking for buys. The last on the list, the last and the list is odd. You are odd. The European dollar versus the Australian dollar. I don't know if it's the European dollar. I like calling it the European dollar. So I don't know how you call it, but for me, I like calling it the European dollar. So, versus the Australian dollar. Actually, the Australian economy depends also more on gold. Once you see gold going up, you also want to buy some order, because that is what we call correlation. The market actually, they're in a kind of moving in the same direction, called them correlation. So I will also touch on that topic maybe coming up. So I've just shown you the price that you're taking. Again, the traders, we go back to our daily chart. Then we go to our line chart. We go to our line chart. The lowest point that the market reached, okay, which is the lowest point that the market reached. We will do that again and again until you guys get familiar. So this one will change it to PNK. We'll change this one to PNK. Change this one to PNK. We need a different colors at different areas. The lowest point that the market reached was that particular area. The highest point that the market reached was this particular high right there. That is the highest point, which is our support area. This is the lowest point, which is our resistance area. You can see the market turned there. The market did something here. The market is there. The market around this particular area. The market, the same thing happened. On our resistance, you can see some there around this particular area. So it's a good resistance level. A good resistance level. It's a good support level. What else are we seeing on our daily chart? What else are we seeing on our daily chart? What else are we seeing on our daily chart? Is there anything that you're seeing? Traders, is there anything that you're seeing? Actually, that one will leave it there. Then go to our 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart. What do we see on our 4-hour chart? On our 4-hour chart, the lowest level that the market reached, same area, which is, if you see the same area operating on the same level, then you are actually on a good level of resistance and also a good level of support. The same thing happening right there. That is a good area of support and a good area of resistance, because there are actually two levels. When you go to your daily, it's the same level where the market turned. When you go to your 4 hour the same way the market turn, but also the same thing that is happening. But I can see another thing on my 4 hour chart. What do I see? I can see a channel. I can see a channel. I can see a channel, and also the market is trending on. We are in an uptrend. We are in an uptrend. Are in an uptrend. Change this one to what? Red orange here, yeah. Change that one to that one. So you are having an so hey, this is not an uptrend. It's not an uptrend. A good uptrend. Very, very good. We need to box the market until the market doesn't have anywhere to breathe so that it can come in our position, right? Yeah, so that the market can come in position. Is this a good channel? So to somewhere here. Somewhere there. Maybe I'm seeing two lights. Why? Are my eyes okay? My eyes are they okay? Yes, my eyes are okay. So I can see that. I see a channel here where the market is operating within this particular zone or area. A good area. So I need to put in also another inner trend line. Okay, this is my inner trend line now. Where I capture all the data. Just wanna take all the data. I don't like playing with data. I like taking all the data. For me, I like taking all the data. The data for me is the good thing that I need to take. So this is called market structure. So you need to take all the data. So you take all the data right there. You've boxed the market. Doesn't have anywhere to breathe. So what are we anticipating on this particular pair? What are we anticipating on this particular pair? We've seen on USD CHF, you're selling. On odd CHF, you're buying. If it goes with our illustrations and the market and the markups. So right here, if the market breaks the inner trend line, we'll be taking the market to our outer trend line. So this is what will happen. Since you are having some space here, not just enter the market right away, wait for the market to do some things or even do anything. So something like that, then you have a breakout. You have a breakout, you wait for a retest. That particular inner trend line, then we'll take the market to where? To our outer trend line. Okay, take the market to our outer trend line. So we'll wait either for a market to do it has gone for it to bounce back to that particular level and test it well to see if it was good position of holding this particular market. So if it does that, or if it doesn't that, and we see a breakout like this, if it doesn't, then we see a breakout like this, we wait for a retest, then take the market down. Take the market down. But if it does that, wait for a breakout, then retest, take the market down. So we'll take from the outer trend line, inner trend line to the outer trend line. Okay, if it breaks the inner trend line, we'll be taking it to the outer trend line. And if it breaks the outer trend line, okay, if it breaks the outer trend line, of which it will take some time for it to break because the market also will tend to move either this way, that way, that way. As you trade slowly but slowly, that will have what we call a breakout. Okay, the bigger candle, which is the break of structure, then boom, then move to that particular level right there. So that is what we are anticipating. Actually, that is what we are anticipating. That is what we are anticipating. If the market breaks at this particular area where it is actually coming from, we wait for a retest, then take it to the outer trend line. Okay. If it does that and does what we call confirmation, where it is now confirming this particular level, if it is solid or legit, wait for it to do a retest. We see if either we see a pin bar moving from this particular area, we sell it to our inner trend line, then to wait for a retest to our outer trend line. If it does that, then we're going to see this particular motion happening here. We see a breakout, then boom, we take the market down here. So you are or we are anticipating for a lot of sales. Actually, more of the trades we'll be looking at would be mostly on sales, because we are having a good opportunity for us to sell. So you are odd seller, not a financial advisor, just giving you my mind, because that is what I will be looking for. That is what I will be looking for. But also see a convergence, sorry, a divergence. What do I like putting in convergence? Anyway, we can also see divergence. The price here, the same as this high. The price here, the same as this high. Even though on our price we are seeing higher highs, on our indicator we are seeing lower highs. We are seeing higher lows. Sorry, we are seeing higher lows, not lower highs. We are seeing higher lows. We are seeing higher lows. Here we are seeing higher highs. Here we are seeing higher lows. So we are having a divergence right there. So that pair will be anticipating for sale this coming week. Betting for sales this coming week. So thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. It has been your boy, Mr. Educator, Oscar Murwa. See you next time. And peace. See you next time. Bye.